What's up, guys? Making a mess in here again. Not sure what I included in the 2018 video, but this is the other half of it. It's the 2002 Superjet that we took all the parts from to put into our 2018. So this boat, I just got the hose in here. Again, it's January, freezing. So I'm gonna clean this ski. Although it doesn't look that nice, this was one of our nicest Superjets we've ever owned. The blue, when I put a wheel to it, it's going to be beautiful. It sat all last year, didn't go out in the water. Nothing was wrong with it other than, to my knowledge, I thought the crank seals were blown, which they were, which I will show in a different video of when we did that motor for the 2018. But as of right now, I just figured I'd do a build process on this ski for it to get sold, really. It's sad to say, but this ski was really good to us. I really hope the 2018 holds just as good as this one. The 2002 is a different body style of the bottom deck. So I hope I love the way the 2018 rides and I don't regret making the decision to sell this thing. But I figured I would start this video off with the empty hole and show you before of me cleaning it. Again, there's some water in there that I just sprayed, but I'm gonna get at it and give this thing a decent cleaning so I can get ready to put the motor in and do all the fun stuff. I'll get back to you. All right, the inside of the hole is clean. Clean enough to my liking, I should say. I'm not gonna go too crazy because again, this isn't a boat we're keeping. I just want it to look presentable for the new owner when I go to list it. I did put the water box in. Head across the straps, they seemed a little stretched, no big deal. Exhaust tube is also cleaned and put back in. My next step is I'm gonna clean the gas tank, get that back in. This gas tank's actually really nice, not discolored. Once the gas tank goes in, I'm going to work on installing the pump and aligning the midshaft. And I also am gonna run out tomorrow and get the same plugs that I did, even though there's papers there. I don't trust it. This paper ripped off. So, to be safe than sorry, I want to help out the new owner and already do that. Because this hole is extremely light. I doubt there's any water in this one too. But the side of the holes, you might think that they look gross. It's actually resin that we put over it. The previous owner drilled straight through, left all the screws sticking out. So we put fiberglass resin over all of these instead of using 1211. This turf is only here because the factory pipe was rubbing. So it is clean. It looks a lot dirtier on camera, but this is the next step. From there, like I said, then it's just dropping the motor in and going along. I will be buffing this ski too to make it look pretty, but that's the update. All right, it's actually the next day from working on this thing. Did a lot today. Yesterday, doing the stator on it, I realized that the cases on this motor had a crack in it. So I did my best job of just putting some JB Weld on there, just, so it doesn't continuously get worse. But after that, I already aligned the pump in this thing a couple days ago. So I just dropped this right in. I whatever you call it, shim the motor up. It only needed to, I think, 1/2 mil shims in the rear, nothing up front. Plumbed it in. I did, I guess I'll show you on a different manifold so it'll make more sense to you in case you're not used to these stock boats, which I'm not either. So on the back right here, how do I do this? So on the back right here, you'll see this is what goes directly to your pump. On this setup, this goes straight to your head right there. And then if you have a pisser, which this one is one, you would cut a T into this and go straight to the pisser. But on my boat, where this plug is, there was actually a brass fitting. So what I did was I went straight from the bottom up to the head, and from the brass fitting where the plug is on the other manifold, it just loops over to the pisser. So all the cooling is done, clamps on everything. Pipe is back on. Then it's connected to the water box, tank's back in. I put a new ground wire on. Had to put a different positive leg because the one that was on there was like a foot long from some other boat. So I put a 3-footer on here for a Superjet. E-box is on the wall. Like I said, mid shaft was aligned, motor's aligned. Carb, I cleaned it. It was actually really clean. So that's on. I adjusted the throttle cable, so you got full pull. Steering is adjusted also. I'm not gonna be able to show you probably, but you got tilt, and so to speak, with the bars being straight, so that's good. Tank's in. So pretty much the only thing left is gotta put a primer line on it, gotta throw some plugs in it, and polish it, get it back to the beautiful blue it was. So that's why the chin pad's not on it, and front nose cone. I want to wash everything thoroughly, but that's the update. Hopefully the next time you see it, I'm putting a wheel to it, and then I'll, I guess, throw a battery in it and start it. And there's gas already in it, so pre-mixed with clots, and this is where we're at. So that's the update. All right, here's a quick update. As you can tell, this side is not done yet. Ski is filthy. All I do is I just take a quick wash rag, really just brush it off, which isn't that big of a deal. This ski's not too gross, it's just dusty from being in the garage. But you could tell there's some gnarly scratches on here, and bird crap. But the paint's pretty clean. But like I said, there's some scratches on here that I'm just gonna get out. These, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure those went through the paint. Those are from the previous owner also. But I'm just gonna buff it. I'll show the other side. It's already taped off and this is done. So you can see the huge difference. There was a little nick here, which I buffed for the most part, but night and day difference on this when a wheel gets to it. Again, this side was all scratched up just the same. Got them out for the most part. I could go more, but you could really can't tell they're there. Again, there were some scratches back here. Got them out for the most part. But yeah, purple, blue, whatever it is, looks great on this side. So it's crazy how the camera distorts it. It looks purple right there. But yeah, we'll get on to this other side and make this side look just as good. Like I said, it doesn't look bad right now, but we'll hit it with the wheel and then hit the nose too. You can tell I started to do that. Where's this? Isn't as clean. So I'm not gonna do anything with there. I'll just wipe that out. But yeah. And then we're also gonna hit the pole because you can tell it's all chalky. So we'll bring this back to life and make it look good. Not quite sure what to do on the hood because the hood is a wrap. We're gonna do a test spot somewhere that you won't see with the wheel. Go from there. This wheel is very soft, so I'm not too worried about it. But again, it is a wrap. So, but I've gone over stickers, gone over all the reg numbers and stickers on other boats, so not too worried. I'm gonna probably hit it and see what it does. But I will update once I am done. I probably won't tune in unless I see something different. But I'm gonna hit the white too, bring the white back to life. And once we're done with that, I'll clean this all off, roll it out, get some pics, and fire it up. It should be ready for sale. So, like I said, I'll update you once I'm back to it. All right, guys, here's the 2002 Superjet build. It's all done. She's all polished up, looking nice. You can see the smoke. It just fired it. But what it did was replace the fuel lines, thinking that that was the problem, because it would run perfectly fine, but it would literally die out on the bottom end if you try to let it idle. But I figured out after replacing the fuel lines that I never set the adjustment screws on the carb. So the bottom screws only a turn out, when stock calls for 2 to 2 1/4. So twisted that out to 2 1/4 and put the top screw to, I think it was a 1.5 turns. And now she runs perfect. Oh, she did run perfect. So that's it for this old girl. She's pretty much done. It will be up for sale soon. Like I said, 2002 Superjet, 61X in it. It's got, for mods, Blowsion Destroyer tubbies, stock intake, great stock ride plate. What else? It's got a Solas prop in it, 2018 handle pull. Motors, pretty much stock. I did, like I said, put a 62T flywheel in it, if that adds anything. It's got a full 62T e-box, so the CDI is a 62T, which adds, I guess, higher spark, higher rev limiter, if I remember correct. It's got footholds in it, not sure what brand, but other than that, that's all she wrote for this boat.